What is up, guys? John here from Broad Culture, and today we're back with some TEW action with some ROH from 2014. Yeah, we're in year 2014. It's right up here. Yeah. Okay, so this is our Manhattan Mayhem pay-per-view. Some stuff I will have to talk to y'all about. That I need to talk to you about. Well, I will tell you as the show goes on and after the show. Yeah. Yeah. That said, let's get into this. This is our pre-show. We had a 20-man Mayhem Battle Royale, since this is Manhattan Mayhem. Seeing ACH, BJ Whitmer, Brutal Bob, Caprice Coleman, Cedric Alexander, Cliff Compton, Doc Gallows, Eddie Kingston, Homicide, Jimmy Havoc, Jimmy Jacobs, Carl Anderson, Kenny Omega, Matt Taven, QT Marshall, R.D. Evans, Sho Tanaka, Silas Young, Zedarius Thomas, and Yohei Komatsu. This is a pre-show. It was a decent match. Didn't have much heat. Homicide won in around 20 minutes. The other final four members were Kenny Omega, Carl Anderson, and Doc Gallows. With Kenny Omega being the final elimination and Carl Anderson getting the most eliminations. Got 51 rating for our pre-show. That's good. Also, Jimmy Havoc's gimmick is getting a little stale. Next we got War Machine in our opening matchup. War Machine is taking on the returning Young Bucks. They have been off TV for a while. In a decent match, Young Bucks defeat War Machine in around 15 minutes when Matt Jackson pinned Hanson with a moonsault, getting a 52 rating overall. Raymond Rowe got a 41 rating, Hanson with a 40 rating, Matt Jackson with a 54, and Nick Jackson with a 61. This was a good way to start the show. There's a lack of psychology. That's fine. Next up, Mike Valley, came out and told the crowd that the Sting has decided to no-show today's event. And as a result, the winner of the Russian Roulette tournament does not getting a shot at the World Championship. He is being given the World Championship, which brings out John Hennigan, who grabs the title from Mike Valley and is saying, "That's the way it should be. I don't need to fight. I just beat 6 men in the tournament." Just getting kind of under Mike Valley's skin. And Mike Valley's like, "You're right. You should have to. But you're right. You should have just won the title. But seeing that this is a pay-per-view, and we need a world champion to defend his title in the main event. John, tonight you will be facing not one, but 2 opponents. I hope you're ready." And with that, Mike Valley walks off, getting a 56 rating overall. This John Hennigan has been awarded the World Championship. And with that, let's get into our next match, which is Red Dragon going up against the Briscoe Brothers for the Tag Team Championships of the world. And about that, had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. The Briscoes defeated Red Dragon in 1949 when Jay Briscoe pinned Kyle O'Reilly with a double underhook pile driver. The Briscoes make defense number 3 of their Tag Team Championships. Kyle O'Reilly had an in-ring performance of 42. Bobby Fish with a 51. Mark Briscoe with a 63. And Jay was a 65, getting a 60 overall rating. That is good. That makes me happy. Okay, stop that. Anyway, next up, Adam Page going up against Michael Elgin. Michael Elgin was able to defeat Adam Page on one of the previous episodes of ROH TV, and with that, Adam Page requested this rematch, which he was given. Adam Page had an in-ring performance, and about that had decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Adam Page defeated Michael Elgin in around 15 minutes with a Adam's Apple. Adam Page had an in-ring performance of 29, and Michael Elgin with a 41. They had good chemistry. Yes, I put this as the technical masterclass match because I just had to have one, and I already knew this is going to be one of the worst. Not the worst, one of the worst. This is going to be get the lowest rating, so let's throw it on there because, yeah, I probably should have thought of that. Also, I probably should have said this during the interview section, the promo. Sting has decided not to stay with Ring of Honor. He has decided that he is going to go to another company. And he is just no show this event. He is in Japan. And he's put in his 1 month notice. There was no intention of resigning, so I decided to strip him of the title. And I'm not going to bury him on his way out because I don't want him to hate me, because hopefully I can re-sign him. But at the moment, that ain't happening. So he will. Hopefully, I have it. It's hard to think right now. Say what's going to happen. But Sting is no longer going to be in the company. He has a few more dates with us up until the end of the month. So I'm hoping that I can get all I can out of him. Hopefully putting over some stars. Yeah, hoping I can get him to help me out. So that said, let's go on. The backstage, Kenny Omega wants to no, he doesn't have a spot on the main card of the pay-per-view. And it says John because name, but I should say Mike. Mike tells him he didn't win the Russian Roulette tournament, and so, but then Kenny jumps in saying, "Oh, so I'm gonna be one of the mystery opponents for John, ain't I?" And Mike says, "No, you're not. Tell you what, on Wednesday, we'll work towards you getting a pay-per-view match, okay?" And as he says that, Mike walks away. Kenny looks a little frustrated about their conversation. And then, but that leads into our next matchup of Adam Cole versus Tommaso Ciampa, which has a decent match. Adam Cole defeated Tommaso Ciampa in around 18 minutes and 35 seconds by pinfall using a flying crossbody. Adam Cole had an in-ring performance of 42, and Tommaso Ciampa with a performance of 38. Matt Hardy did some good work at ringside. The crowd thinks this was really short, and I bumped it up to 18 minutes. Damn, okay. Got 42 rating, so that's good. Next up is our second title match of the night. Johnny Gargano going up against Michael Bennett. In a decent match, Johnny Gargano defeated Michael Bennett in around 20 minutes by pinfall with a Hertz Donut. Johnny Gargano wins the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. Johnny Gargano had an in-ring performance of 46. He was off his game. Michael Bennett had an in-ring performance of 53. And that is also the segment rating of 53. That's cool. Michael Bennett, he's not going leaving the title picture. Roderick Strong should be back by the end of the month, which can continue their story. So, yeah. Next up, though, we have Kevin Steen going up against Jay Lethal. And about that had great wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Kevin Steen defeated Jay Lethal in around 21:43. And by a packaged power driver, Kevin Steen had an in-ring performance of 53. And Jay Lethal had an in-ring performance of 60. Getting a 61 overall rating. Good. Kevin Steen getting will payback for Jay Lethal interfering in his match earlier this month. Next up, though, we have Raven coming out with Abyss for his match against AJ Styles, and Raven is giving AJ Styles one more chance to back out, but AJ grabs the mic, and instead of saying anything, he smacks Raven in the face with it. This advances the Unstoppable Monster for storyline. Also, Abyss came across well in this, getting a 56 rating. But next is the Abyss versus AJ Styles match. In an exceptional matchup, AJ Styles defeated Abyss in around 20 minutes with a springboard 450. Abyss getting a 76. And AJ Styles had an in-ring performance of 70. The Unstoppable Monster storyline has advanced and gained heat. AJ and Abyss had great chemistry that lifted the match. Same guy, 71. That's our highest rating match, I think. That's really good. Really good. It would have been the main event, but I needed World Title to be the main event because I did say it was going to be the main event in the opening, the first promo of the night. But I don't think that this storyline is going to be over. Then in our main event, John Hennigan is defending his title against Matt Hardy and Chris Hero. And about that has superb wrestling and good heat. John Hennigan defeated Matt Hardy and Chris Hero in about 21 minutes with a Starship Pain. It should say that it was for the title. I don't know why it doesn't. The match suffered from a lack of psychology. Match dragged at the end. That's it was an all-out match. That's fine. Yeah. John Hennigan was a 73. Matt Hardy was a 69, and Chris Hill was a 63. Was a 63 rating overall. Before I finish the show, I want to go here. Yeah. Titles. Odds champion. It should have been on John Hennigan. Yeah, it should have been on John Hennigan. I don't know why it wasn't. Finish show real quick. Yes, finish the show. Overall, we got a 61 rating, increasing our pop in 24 regions. And I used Tommaso Ciampa a little bit too much. Okay, I'm going to be making a speech. I'll be doing that off camera. Basically giving props to John Hennigan, AJ Styles, and give some love to Abyss, because he did just take his first loss with us. But I will see you in the when on the home screen. Okay, so John Hennigan thinks Doc Gallows was going to be a big star. Cool. Manhattan Mayhem was seen by 13,000 people, and it had a buy rate of 0.2. Yeah. Scroll down. Jimmy Havoc has one appearance left on his contract. Broadcasting deals enter his final match. And Sting is on his way out to the company. Yeah. Not much I can do about that one. Yeah. Hey. He's made it clear that he's not coming back. Yeah, there's not much I can do about that. And also broadcasting. I can keep my TV deal if I can do something in the next 2. But this episode, there's a chance I can get the TV deal to stay. The iPay-per-view deal, I don't think that one's I ain't gonna think I'm gonna make that one. Let's see. Is there anyone that will say yes to it? Any type a cable pay-per-view. Search empty. A internet pay-per-view. Search. Internet subscription. No. Will anyone say yes? Bravo. Comedy Central has AAA on it. LA, Fox Sports News, Fuel, FX, Galvation, HDNet, Hulu Plus, Island Television, KDOC, MAV, MyTV, Sky, Sports Ontario, Sports Pacific, Sci-Fi Syndication, The Box, CW. I can. Oh my god. Damn it. But you fucking won't let me do anything. God damn it. Okay. Yeah. Dutchland. Okay, get a. We try to get the. Because. International deals, that's what I kind of want to try to do to build that up, but I don't think I can. Anyways, that said, I'll see you on the next show. Okay, guys, let's get this episode of Ring of Honor Television underway. In an opening, we opened the show up with Sting coming out to the ring and demanding that Mike Valley comes out with them. As they make their way down to the ring, as Mike makes his way down to the ring, Sting tells Mike that he will take legal actions if he is not given the World Championship back, because Sting feels like he was stripped of his title unceremoniously. He didn't officially lose the belt. And that he's obviously here. He ain't going nowhere. Which brings out John Hennigan saying that, look, but I'm world champion now. And I don't think that you can even hang with me. Mike steps in between them and says, look. John, you were supposed to fight Sting. You showed our pay-per-view. What else was I supposed to do? To make it so you won't take legal actions. I will reschedule the match that you were supposed to have last night for the world title tonight. If you win, you regain your championship. You lose, no more championships for you for the rest of your contract. Is that fine? Sting agrees, shakes the hands of Mike Valley, and as John Hennigan walks to the back, gaining a 55 rating overall. That's nice. Let's see what happens next. In our next matchup, Delirious goes up against Homicide. And decent match. Homicide defeats Delirious within around 8 minutes with a cutter. Delirious had a performance of 51 and Homicide with a 56. With a 56 rating overall, that's nice. Trying to build up some more stars. Next up, though, in terrible match, Carl Anderson defeated Cedric Alexander around 11 minutes with an Anderson spinebuster. Carl Anderson had an in-ring performance of 46, Cedric with a 30. The crowd views them as pre-show talent, and they got a 33 rating because of that. I feel like it would have got closer to the 40s but it's whatever. I got to rebuild up my entire mid card stuff. That. Next up, though, backstage, Kenny Omega came up to Mike Valley and asked him, "Okay, you told me to talk to you today. What do you want? How can I get on the main card of the next pay-per-view?" And Mike simply tells Kenny Omega that if he can defeat a mystery opponent tonight, he will face Johnny Gargano or whoever is the television champion on our next pay-per-view, Death Before Dishonor. Overall, the segment got a 41 rating. Kenny Omega struggled going off script, which is hit and miss with Kenny. Kenny either does really good going off script or he struggles, but it's one or the other. Yeah. But next up, and his mystery opponent was Kevin Steen, and about that had decent wrestling, but didn't have that much heat. Kevin Steen defeated Kenny Omega in around 15 minutes with a package power driver. During the late portion of the match, Jay Lethal came out and tried to distract Kevin Steen, but accidentally hit Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega had a ring performance of 48. Kevin Steen had a performance of 54, getting a 58 rating overall. That's cool. Good. Next up, though, about that had terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. Tommaso Ciampa defeated Jimmy Havoc in around 15 minutes by submission with a Project Ciampa 2. Jimmy Havoc with a 24 performance and Tommaso Ciampa with a 36. Ciampa was off his game. Also, again, with the pre-show, viewing both of them as pre-show talent. In 21 rating overall, I had a feeling that was going to happen. Also, this was Jimmy Havoc's last performance with us. His loan is up after this. I was trying to give some momentum back to Ciampa after losing on the pay-per-view. But up next, hopefully making up for that 21, Raven comes out, calls out AJ Styles, who comes out on the ramp, and tells AJ that Manhattan Mayhem was a fluke and that he couldn't defeat his monster in more than once. And AJ, like, I beat him once, I can beat him again. And Raven suggests that put your money where your mouth is, and let's have a 2 out of 3 falls match at Death Before Dishonor. And AJ agrees. So our first match is already set up for Death Before Dishonor. Abyss versus AJ Styles in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Should be good. Hopefully it should be good. Next up, though, in our co-main event, number 1 contender match for the Tag Team Championships. International Express taking on the Young Bucks versus War Machine. I believe all except for War Machine has fought for the tag titles at some point. And about that didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling. Young Bucks defeated International Express and War Machine around 14:42. In order of elimination was War Machine, then International Express. Okay, and in our main, so Yohei Komatsu got a 24, Sho Tanaka with a 29, Matt Jackson with a 55, Nick Jackson with a 57, Raymond with a 40, and Hansen with a 36. Hansen was off his game. Yeah. Overall, got a 48 rating. Nice. Next up, though, in our main event, Sting is challenging John Hennigan for the World Heavyweight Championship. And about that had great heat and decent wrestling. John Hennigan defeats Sting in 22:03 by pinfall with the Starship Pain. Makes defense number 1 of his Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship. Sting had an in-ring performance of 61. John Hennigan with a 65. Sting, that storyline is going to be ending here soon. It's going to be ended. I got a 66 rating overall. Nice. And we have a 59 rating show with a increase in pop in 7 regions. Yeah, that's good. The Jimmy Havoc Tommaso Ciampa, knew that was going to flop, but we have one more episode of Ring of Honor television before the end of this episode, and also it may be the end of Ring of Honor TV for a while. That said, I'll see y'all in a minute. Okay, so guys, we are here with the final episode of the final show of today's episode. No, we're not. Exit. Okay, guys, we're here with our last show of this episode, so let's get into it. Our opening matchup is Kevin's team going up against Cliff Compton, and about that didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling. Kevin's team defeated Cliff Compton in around 15 minutes. The package pile driver, Kevin's team with a 55. Cliff with an 18. Got 43 rating overall. That's good. Like I said on the last show, I'm gonna need to try to build up my lower to mid card and also get what my current mid card is up to main eventers or upper mid card main eventers level. So, yep. Fine match. This is a fine match. Let's go into our promo. Jay Lethal came out onto the stage and tells Steen that he wants a match at Death Before Dishonor, and he wants to show that he is better than Kevin Steen, that he is deserving of those war title shots, that deserving of those television championships, deserving of those tag team championships. He wants to prove that to not just the crowd, not just to the management, prove it to Kevin Steen that he is better than him. And Kevin Steen accepts the challenge for Death Before Dishonor. Both Kevin and Jay did a masterful job improvising interactions with the crowd. Good job. Good. Got 55. Nice. Very nice. Next up, though, we have a championship title defense here. As Johnny Gargano defends his TV title against Brutal Bob in a terrible match. I'm building people up. Johnny Gargano defeated Brutal Bob in around 10 minutes with a Hertz Donut. Gargano makes defense number 1 of his TV championship. Brutal Bob had a training performance of 21. Gargano with an in-ring performance of 59, getting a 48 rating. That's fine. You may be hearing thunder in the background. It is about to storm here where I'm at. Next up, Kenny Omega finds Mike Valley in the back once again, asks him for a opportunity at a pay-per-view main card match again. Mike tells him that he will have a tag match tonight, and he can get the pin. He will have his opportunity. I need to give Kenny a script next whenever I promo him. You got 38. That's very, very nice. Up next, though, is that tag match. Kenny Omega teaming up with Matt Hardy going against War Machine. In a bout that had decent wrestling but didn't have that much heat. Kenny Omega and Matt Hardy defeated War Machine when Matt Hardy pinned Raymond Rowe with a twist of fate. Matt Hardy carried this match with his performance. Matt Hardy had a 69. Kenny Omega with a 49. Hanson with a 42. And Raymond with a 43. This match got the crowd buzzing. Got a 62 rating. Key part is Matt Hardy pinned Raymond Rowe with a twist of fate. That will come important in the next episode. With that said, let's go into our next segment. Oh, didn't save. Okay. In a bout that had great heat and decent wrestling, Abyss defeated Sting in around 15 and a half minutes with a Black Hole Slam. Abyss had a performance of 49, and Sting had a in-ring performance of 63. Raven did some good work at ringside, getting a 59 rating overall. Abyss was off his game today, which is weird. But continuing on, Homicide and Eddie Kingston, Outlaw Incorporated, and Adrenaline Rush have a confrontation backstage, erupting into a brawl. Got a 27 rating. Trying to build up the lower to upper mid cards. So next, this is surprising stuff right here. AJ Styles had an open challenge, and Sho Tanaka answered. In a decent match, AJ Styles defeated Sho Tanaka in around 12 minutes by pinfall with a spiral tap. AJ Styles had a performance of 76, and Sho with a 24. AJ and Sho have great chemistry and showed in the performance. So did Sho and Scarlett. Bordeaux, but got a 54 rating. Hopefully this helps show improve a bit and pop and stuff. Really hope so. That would be getting him up there. But in our main event, a number one contender match with the winner will face. Ooh, God. Where the winner will take on John Hennigan at Death Before Dishonor. Michael Elgin going up against Chris Hero versus Carl Anderson versus Adam Cole. And about that had decent reaction from the crowd and subpar wrestling. Michael Elgin defeated Chris Hero, Carl Anderson, and Adam Cole when he submitted Carl Anderson with a crossface. Oh, fuck. Michael Elgin had an in-ring performance of 53. Chris Hero with 51. Carl with 44. And Adam Cole with a 47. Chris Hero sustained a brachial plexopathy. The injury that Chris Hero worked to took a big toe. God. Oh, God. Overall, we got a 49 rating. The show increased our pop by 14. Oh, fuck that. The Chris Hero getting injured fucked us over, man. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Chris Hero getting injured fucked us over in the end. Okay. It was only going to take him a few weeks. Oh, and Michael Elgin's the one that fucking botched it. Damn. He apparently left ringside under his own power, however. Expected that he will miss any dates. Early estimations that it will take a few weeks. So, okay. It's not that bad. Wed Victory, what the fuck? Recently I ran a poll on the boards where fans vote for who they thought was the best manager in the world. After thousands of votes, the winner was Ric Flair. Okay, cool. Well, it's hardly spectacular. Okay. Coolness. But, how long is he out? 20 days. Okay. And Roderick's out for 14. None. Okay, he's working through it, so I'm going to keep him not in matches. He will be in angles up until this before the honor. He will have a match then. But also, Roderick Strong will be back just in time for that. That. Let's check this out. Yeah, okay, cool. Just him being injured is all that's there. Let's look at here. Set this up. I should have set this up before that, but before John Hennigan won, but he didn't. The Russian roulette is a floating level achievement for single wrestlers of any genders. It is designed to be competed for annually at Proving Grounds, which is in February. So, Russian Roulette 2 will happen around that time period. So, then we got the World Heavyweight Championship. This reign began 2 weeks ago, so he's been champ for about 12 days. He has one successful defense so far against Sting. The last time it was defended was last week. Okay, cool. You got 88 prestige. Damn. Compare prestige. What? It's the 8th most prestigious title in the world. On CMLL, FIP, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Damn. The G1 Climax. FCP, CMLL, and the World Triangle League. Both CMLL and World Triangle League had 100%. WWE's World Heavyweight Championship is only 90. TNA's right below, is the same as us. They're tied at 8th. New Japan's at 80. Wait. Where's the IWG singles? Okay, hold on. Japan. 11th. Damn. Okay. Tag titles, 64. How is that compared to, how are we? We're 11th there. Tied with NXT. World Tag League. Okay. WWE tag titles. Right below us, 30. Okay, and television championships. Compare. I can't check that. Okay, there's that. 54. Okay, cool. We had no tournaments going on. We've got some storylines happening. I believe Sting, that was Sting's last performance. Yeah. No, he leaves in 16 days exactly. He can appear here. He can appear there. Let's see. Driven is after ROH Driven. That's fine. Also, I was able to get a new deal. Not with IPPV, iPay-per-views, because St. Clair would not allow it. So, but I did get new deals. I was able to re-up this deal, and there's the rain. But I also got deals in New Zealand, Central Europe, and most of Canada. And pay-per-views is going to be here because they got nothing else. Yeah. But that is going to be it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, though, I will see you next time. Peace.